Yo, welcome
Mhm.
back, everybody, to another wonderful edition of Distant Ships. And here I am with my lovely co host, Kendall.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everything? Long time no see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Missed a week,
Yeah,
but
and I'm Fred. And I'm Fred. I completely forgot to place my name just in case, people, I am not an unembodied ghost, even though we are close to Halloween.
yeah, we are recording this a day before
Yes,
Halloween, as a
yeah,
matter of fact.
yes, we are. And they should go up on Halloween. Kendall, how's your week been? What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Not much. I mean, this past week I've just been chilling. Went to hang out with friends up in Ventura for a
Sick.
couple days. Persona 5 Royal One More Edition came out. So if you haven't picked that up on PS5, Nintendo Switch, or PC yet, well, now you can.
Hey,
And
how's
that 60 FPS goodness.
how's that game been? I noticed you were playing the other day.
I mean, it's basically still the same Persona except in 60 FPS.
Oh, okay.
So you can also pick it up on Xbox, and it is on Game Pass. So if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can even play it for free. So you might as well download and try it, and play one of the greatest RPGs to come out in like the past 6 years.
It
I
was
think
a
it came
fun
out in
game.
2017.
It was a fun game when I played it. Very fun. I do recommend the actually jumping on it and having some fun with it.
So
Yep, yep. Anything else, Kendall, other than Ventura and Persona?
Uh, well, got my hair cut, got my beard trimmed,
L-
so now it's not all like crazy everywhere. Much easier to manage.
You're looking fly.
So,
Looking fly.
and then other than that, that pretty much covers it for me. How about you? What you been up to this past week?
Let me see. Back on the mends. Back. Probably 80% on that shoulder. Uh, Went to my godfather's birthday party. It was kind of cool. Had a couple drinks, and I think that's about it, dude.
Nice, nice.
Nothing too wild. Very simple, very clean. Uh, but as always, what we do for you guys is collect the news. Kendall brought out a wonderful array of news today, and here we go, dude. Let's bring it to them. Let's bring it to the masses. So, Kendall, did you see that new computer chip? Never heard of this. An optical computer chip?
And as a matter of fact, the Technical University of Denmark just set a new data transfer record using said optical computer chip, which apparently uses infrared lasers, create hundreds
Mm-hmm.
of light frequencies that are each imprinted with data. Now, the amount of speed apparently this new optical chip is
Mm-hmm.
capable of, it transferred 1.8 petabits of
Okay,
information,
okay.
which,
Let me get this. Okay, 1.8 petabits is what you're saying, right? Now
yes.
here it is. Here it is. I'm a simple man. That shit sounds like a lot. What are we talking about there?
Well, you know how big a terabyte is. I mean, that's the
Sure,
normal like kind of storage
sure.
that we work with, right?
Right.
That would be
Like
230 terabytes in
200.
a second.
Look, 200. Okay. So I know you can get a 1 terabyte drive, right? You tell me 230 of those bad boys
Mm-hmm. In a second.
in a set. God damn, where is that? I need that on my computer today.
And not only that, it wasn't like even like a short test, like on-site thing. This was transferred over 8 kilometers
What?
for this test.
I mean, that's crazy to think that you can have that much information in a second, bro.
Yep. And not only that, just to give you an idea of, if 230 terabytes wasn't like a big enough kind of thing to like wow you,
Yeah.
that's equivalent to twice the entire world's internet traffic in that same second.
I don't want to hear nothing from Comcast or Spectrum or all these internet companies that they can't handle our bandwidth anymore. All right, that's
Yep.
bullshit now.
So basically, this new optical computer chip could just kind of completely change the entire game. Like, like how all those futuristic sci-fi movies have, like, people like looking up all this amount of data and it just coming up instantly. Kind of, we might actually be getting to that point sometime in the future.
I mean, it's
How long it's going to take for it to get to consumers is another question.
right,
But
right. You know, because it's got to be stable, it's got to be cost efficient, all that stuff. It's just crazy to think that something at this point now exists
mm-hmm.
that you can point to something and say, "Well, check this out." I cannot believe we're in petabytes of data.
Yep,
Shit,
petabytes of data.
that's crazy, dude. That is crazy.
Yeah, you remember those good old days of trying to download MP3s back in high school off of like Napster?
That took you like like hours.
Yeah, for several megabytes
Yes,
of songs.
that's what I was gonna say, dude. I remember. Dude, I think
Huh.
I have like a megabyte. I can't remember the other day. I found it. I had like a memory card with like megabytes and like
And it was
gigabytes.
fucking huge as fuck.
Yes, dude. And then I was like, wow, look at this. This is crazy. And now you can have like I don't know, like an easy 500 gigabytes and a micro SD card, and, like no problem. Like it's just
Yep.
it's crazy to think where we've come.
And then you can have like, even for your computer, the NVMe sticks. You've seen how
Oh,
small those things are. They're
dude,
like a stick of gum.
dude,
They're like a stick of gum.
my first
And you can have like
NVMe.
8 terabytes on it.
I think my first NVMe was 256, and I was like, wow, that's wow. Look at how thin this is. And yeah, like you said, 8 terabytes or whatever. And I don't know, dude. It's crazy if you start to really stop and think about how our technology and how advanced and all that stuff we've gotten to the point. It's crazy to think where we've gotten to with the amount of stuff, like the amount of how do you put it? Well, the amount of information and the amount of storage, going from big old hunking boxes to like the tiniest little thing and still hold so much information that, I mean, I guess it's not impossible to think that this was eventually going to happen someday, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just wild to I guess still be around. Here I come, Minority Report. I'm gonna start waving my hands out in the air and start pulling up files.
You mean Skynet's coming very soon. Very
Whoa, whoa,
soon.
whoa, 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 whoa! Slow down. Skynet. Nah. Terminator. I'm not ready for that.
I mean, hey, it could happen. It could happen. You
I
never know. I mean, with all the advancements of like AI and stuff like that, plus we got new computer chips that is able to do twice the entire internet's data in 1 second.
Oh, you talking about the Tesla bot now? Is that where
Oh
Skynet's
no,
going?
nah, I don't think the Tesla bots can do it.
You know, a guy in a costume dancing around Tesla bot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's crazy. That is crazy. Ooh. All right. Now that we're on the subject of crazy, Kendall, what about that phone? 210-watt charging.
Mm-hmm.
210-watt charging. 9 minutes. That's all it's gonna
Yep.
take to 100%. 9 minutes, bro.
Yep.
How fast is your phone charge right now to 100%? Maybe. What do you
Uh,
think?
I want to say like probably a little over half an hour.
Okay,
From 0%.
that's what I was thinking. With what, like a 24-watt charger or something, or a 20-watt charger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 210, man. Dude, what is that? Okay. All right. You know what? So what's the phone's name, Kendall?
Let's see. The phone's name is Redmi Note 12.
Oh,
It's the flagship series for Redmi's,
mm-hmm.
who is a subsidiary of Xiaomi,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
based in China. Just announced several days ago their brand new 12 Series 9, which comes in 4 different tiers. It comes in the base version, Pro, Pro Plus, and Discovery. And
Yes.
not only, and the Discovery edition comes with a new system of fast charging that they call Hypercharge, rated at 210 watts, which will take your phone from 0 to 100% battery in just 9 minutes.
Yes, sir. Okay. 200 megapixel main camera, right? 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, 16 megapixel front facing camera. Those are nice specs, dude. OLED display, 120 refresh rate. bro, dude. And Ken, how much did you say this was again? Because I know you blew my
Well,
mind. You blew my mind.
well, it's going to be starting at 2,399 Chinese yuan,
Okay,
which, if you convert that to USD, that's only $330.58.
dude, that's wild for a phone with things like that. 9 minute charging. Now I don't know. I'm not a battery expert, and I don't know what to tell you on how the degradation and all that stuff is going to happen on the battery, how long it's going to last. But 9 minute charging. That's fucking crazy, dude. That is crazy. Like I don't. I mean, eventually, yeah, you're gonna get there. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's. I mean, I guess that's our future, right? Our charging is getting faster and faster. We got wireless charging that's pretty quick. I mean, why wouldn't corded charging go even faster?
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just like I'm shocked. 9 minutes, dude. 9 minutes. I remember when the biggest thing was you can charge your phone to like what is it, like 50% or 20% in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you were like, oh yeah, I can get half battery at that point.
Yep,
That was like the selling point for some of these phones. Like you know how fast I could charge you right now when you're low? I can get you 50%. And you were like, ooh, that's all I need. Now you're like, oh, all I got is 10 minutes. Oh, I guess I got to charge my phone to 100%.
yep.
I guess I got
You
to
can you could probably charge your phone from 0 to 100 in the time it takes for you to go to the bathroom.
go to the bathroom and wipe your hands. Well, I mean, yeah. You wash your hands, you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, come out, and then next thing you know, boom, 100%. That's wild.
Hmm.
That is wild.
I mean, because let's be real. I mean, we could be out of the bathroom faster, but a lot of us take our phones in there and we'll sit there and we'll be browsing social media or
I
Reddit
know.
or maybe
Yeah.
like throw up a YouTube video or whatever.
Oh,
So we'll be in there for a little bit longer.
some of you guys are listening to us on the toilet. We know it. It's okay. We still love you.
It happens.
I do it too. Hey, it's your throne time. I I'm just saying that the price, even if the price was like $500, it's still an amazing phone. It's got good specs. It's got good cameras. It's got 9 minute charging. I mean, how come we don't get these phones? Because of China, right?
I mean, could be.
I don't know. It's a crazy phone. It's a crazy phone. I mean, because all the $300-400 phones that you can buy right now, I don't think any of them have quick charge on them, do they? Like, I
For
mean,
the budget phones, I don't
well,
know.
I'm saying in the sense of like something like this, like you don't get this on a budget phone, and that's like budget phone price.
Hmm.
So I'm just like, dude, that's just wild, bro, wild.
So if y'all looking for a cheap phone that you can maybe import from China, it's going to be coming out. I think today, October 30th, the Discovery Edition, and then other editions are going to be coming out later. For $330, you can get a Discovery and charge your phone in 9 minutes.
There you go. I mean, if you're out of if you're out some money, I mean, you can get yourself a nice quality phone for a good price.
Hmm.
Kendall,
And speaking of talking about like cheap phones and prices and everything, how do you feel about the way that microtransactions in video games are going, like price wise?
okay, here's the thing. It's a touchy subject for me, and I know it probably is for you, right? We're of the we're old enough to have played games that when you bought the game, everything came on the game, right?
And then generally, like you play through the game, maybe you'll unlock some new modes, maybe some new
Yeah,
characters, so you'll play through it again
yeah.
to unlock more type stuff.
Now we're also old enough to have hit the point of a DLC where they were like, "Hey, bro, you played our game. Instead of waiting for game part two, or the sequel to it or whatever, let's give you some DLC in the meantime, okay?" Some DLCs are very short. Some were cosmetics. Some were whatever. We saw that. We're like, cool. We're also old enough to have seen loot boxes, right? You
Mm-hmm.
play your game, you get your loot box, you get your stuff. I mean, I guess
You
it's
didn't
cool.
get you didn't get the skin you want, or maybe the character you
Yeah,
wanted, or whatever you were trying to go for. So you end up buying more, and usually they have like some deal. Hey, buy 10, get an extra one
right,
free,
right.
or buy 100, and we'll shave like 50% off the price, kind of thing.
Now, I felt they were sometimes a little scammy in the loot boxes because it felt like like when you would go buy booster packs for like Magic or like Pokemon or like whatever, you'd open them up, you'd be like, ah, damn it, a bunch of commons. You're just kind of constantly buying so you get the good cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we moved on to battle passes. Battle passes. Dude, I don't know which one's more scammy, but at a certain point, I think after DLCs, I started feeling like, hey, man, I don't know if you're doing this to rip me off because a lot of the time it was just cosmetics, dude. Like it wasn't. How can I put it? Like it wasn't advancing the game anymore. Like DLC at least gave you something. Sometimes maybe another level, another this, another that. Certain things. But it seems like these battle passes, these loot boxes, it's 100% like how do you want your character to look?
Mm-hmm.
Now the Fortnite battle pass is all right. Some of these battle passes are okay. Where you'll get free stuff as you go along. But if we can talk about one battle pass that I think is really crummy, all right, is Overwatch 2's battle pass.
Agreed. I mean, I personally haven't bought it because I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? There's nothing on here that I even want, kind of thing.
Have you seen how
Yeah, yeah,
expensive their characters things are too? Like the old ones, like the ones from Overwatch 1 that we used to buy, like with the coins and the stuff.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, can you even earn coins anymore? Because here's the thing: on Fortnite, right? If you were to play, you still earn some coins for free here and there. It might take you a whole battle pass before you can earn like or like two battle passes before you can earn one. But once you earn the battle pass, if you or how can I put it? Like if you spend $10 for the battle pass, right? If you never spend any of the coins that they give you, you can essentially buy a battle pass every season and get whatever free skins come in that thing. You don't have to buy any more skins. So for $10, you can perpetually keep getting a free battle pass, right? I think
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do it, but I think Modern Warfare had kind of the same idea. You could pay the whatever it was, $10, and if you save all the coins that you get throughout the whole battle pass, you essentially can buy your next battle pass for free.
Yep.
Overwatch 2, none of that shit. You pay them whatever you're gonna pay them for this battle pass, and guess what? Next time there's a battle pass, you're gonna pay them for that fucking battle pass again. And then there's not a shit ton of skins in there. I noticed. There's a couple of
Yeah.
good ones.
There's basically one, what, like every 10 tiers or
Hmm.
whatever, and then at the end you get like the mythic
Yeah,
Genji skin or whatever,
and
which
you
is like the new like tier or whatever
yeah,
of skin beyond legendary.
and you only go up 80 levels. Most other battle passes give you 100, so they give you another 20 free. Whatever keychain sprays, and like probably two more skins at that.
Mm-hmm.
But this one only goes up to 80. You hit 80, and then you're done. Uh, the like I said, all the skins are fucking expensive. Like I've seen older skins and stuff. They've bundled skins together where I've noticed I already own most of the skins. It'll be like for one or two skins, but there's no discount. You know what I mean? It's still like, hey, dude, pay $30, and I was like, no, but I have all these other skins. I'm not gonna pay you $30 for one skin. You know, in Fortnite, if you happen to buy something that was bundled up, they'll take that into account that you already have that and they'll discount it.
Yep.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, Overwatch? But anyways,
Oh, well, then you're gonna love this next part
no,
then.
no, I'm not gonna love it because it already sounds like this is a terrible thing. What am I gonna love?
All right, so because you were talking about like all the stuff you can get in the battle pass, like
Right?
skin sprays, weapon charms, and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What if I told you that one of the weapon charms you can buy in Overwatch 2
Mm-hmm.
is more expensive than its real life counterpart that you can actually get straight from Blizzard?
You know what? I would believe that. I would believe that because that is fucking shitty. That is fucking shitty. So, what?
So if you go to the Blizzard gear store, you know the little onion octopus?
Oh, the Puchimari or whatever
Uh,
it's called.
yeah, the Puchimari. You can get that as a keychain directly from Blizzard's Gear Store for $5, $4.99.
Okay, that's not bad. $5.
Whether or not it includes shipping or not,
Sure,
you
sure.
know, that's a different thing. Its base price is $4.99,
Okay, taxes
straight
and
from
whatnot.
Blizzard's
Yeah.
store.
All right. All right. Looks like a solid price for a keychain.
The Overwatch 2 Weapon Charm version
Yes.
costs 700 coins, and the cheapest bundle that you would have to sit there and pay money for
The ten.
to get enough coins to buy it would be the $10 bundle, which would give you 1,000 coins.
Okay.
So in other words, the digital version is basically $7, while the real life physical version is $5.
So I can pay $7 for equivalent of a fucking NFT that is gonna be on my fucking gun that everybody gets to see. And you know what? No, let's be real. They probably don't even get to see. Only I know that it's on my fucking gun when I'm running,
Yep.
and I get to pay $7 for that. Or for $5, I can physically buy one that I can put on my keys that everybody can go, oh hey shit, dude, what is that on your keys? Oh, it's a Puchimari keychain from Overwatch. And then they go, that's sick. And I go, thanks. Or I can pay $7. All right. Thanks, Blizzard. You're really doing a good job there. You're really doing a good job.
So, yep, $2 more expensive and it's digital only. And more than likely, the chances are only you're the one going to be seeing it because it's on your weapon. And we know people don't get that close and pay that much attention in the middle of a firefight to see, hey, nice weapon charm.
I don't even notice that people have weapon charms. I notice that bullets are flying my way, and I go, son of a bitch, I gotta go hide.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. All
So,
right. That's cool.
but
Sick.
anyway,
Fucking sick, dude. Okay. Here, let me blow your mind on this one. All right. I know it's
Okay.
not. I know it's not on our nose thing, but I heard they're re-releasing all the Overwatch Funkos, but they're Overwatch 2 Funkos. Same Overwatch 1 Funko, but it's Overwatch 2. It's what I heard. Rumor has it. I don't know if it's fucking true, but if it is, son of a bitch, you know? I guess for the
I
ones that wanted
mean,
to, for the people that wanted to collect that certain Funko, sure, but like, couldn't we just come up with like a new pose, Overwatch 2 instead
new
of?
pose, maybe different outfits, slightly more details kind of thing.
I'm just saying it's a good way to make money, but goddamn it, why?
So, but speaking of scummy money practices,
Another one?
everyone's favorite everyone's favorite money scumming starting of the whole loot box crave, FIFA overlords making billions of dollars, taking advantage of people, well, being the only one who can make these kind of games.
Yeah.
EA is apparently now taking down servers for older games.
Wow. Well, I mean, how old are we talking? Like 10 years old, 12 years old?
Well, as of right now, October 20th, which was 10 days ago now, Army of Two, the 40th Day, and the Devil's Cartel have been taken down already. That and Dragon Age Origins apparently had a multiplayer screenshot server, which was also taken down.
Oh, wow.
Coming up, though, that hasn't happened yet on November 9th, Command and Conquer Red Alert 3, Command and Conquer Tiberium Wars, and Command and Conquer Kane's Wrath, which all came out in 2000, 2008.
Yeah.
Those servers are going down, on top of Mercenaries 2, World in Flames.
Damn.
Then on November 30th, Onrush servers are going down, and then January 19th, 2023, beginning of next year, Mirror's Edge servers are going down.
Like Mirror's Edge, the game that came out just a few years ago?
Well, I'd say Mirror's Edge came out a while ago.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it is a lot newer than these other games, isn't it?
So let's see. Mirror's Edge came out in 2008 on PS3 and Xbox 360, and 2009 in Windows.
Okay. Well, no, it's about the same age as the other games. Okay, then I guess it's right in line.
So, not only that, but we also have NBA Jam's On Fire Edition. Those servers are going down. Gatling Gears and Shank 2.
Damn, they're taking down a lot. I wonder now. Have they said is it because they're just older games? They have less player base, or is this just EA being EA?
I would like to say that it's just EA being EA.
Yeah. I know. EA got a EA, right?
So
If it ain't FIFA, it ain't money.
basically, so just for those who play those games, just note those servers are going to be going down
Hmm.
in the next few months.
You
So
might want
enjoy it while you can.
you might want to jump on, get a few more matches with some of the buddies that you used to play with, or do whatever you got to do to really, maybe you haven't been on in a while. Maybe it's time to go back just before it closes.
Yep.
That's crazy. R.I.P. to all those games. Well, Kendall, it looks like we're on the on our good spot, dude, for that a barrage of news.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to fire these off at you really quick.
Hold on,
The-
let me get you before you fire off. I do want to talk a little bit about this. Elon Musk bought Twitter, right?
Yep.
Before you start firing off, you think good or bad thing? I think he was forced because he talked a lot of, he did all that shit and he was gonna get sued and he was gonna have to pay money anyways. So I think he just bought it. But you think this is a good thing for Twitter?
No,
I didn't think so either.
I don't.
I don't think so either.
I'm pretty like if I'm not mistaken, I believe Twitter's was tanking before Elon Musk bought it and is going to
Continue to tank. Yeah, I have felt the same way.
continue.
Just wanted that.
So
Just wanted that opinion. I think for everybody else to hear us talk about that. But yeah, go ahead, fire this off. Let's see where we're at, bro.
all right, so update for the Stadia Red Dead Redemption 2 player with over 6,000 hours is getting saved by Rockstars. Any players who have logged within 30 days of Red Dead Online prior to Google announcing the shutdown will be able to take their progress to other platforms, including PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Elon Musk officially bought Twitter to the tune of $44 billion, which was the original price that he was originally going to buy Twitter and tried to get it for cheaper and failed. Henry Cavill, the lead actor for The Witcher, is leaving in season 4 to be replaced by Liam Hemsworth,
Do you
aka Thor's little brother.
do
Notable roles that he played was in Expendables 2 as Billy the Kid and Gale Hawthorne of The Hunger
you
Games.
think this is gonna be the end of The Witcher? You think this is what's gonna put the nail in the coffin?
It just might do it.
Third season, last season with Henry Cavill. Everybody that likes it, please watch it. I hope this starts a whole hey, bring Henry Cavill back. Hopefully, I really like the show, but continue on.
All right, and then the last piece of the quick run is going to be G4 TV. The is already being shut down again after
Wow,
only a year of its launch.
sad thing to hear. Not because of that, but just I always feel bad for people that get employed and probably moved jobs and did stuff. And this isn't just the people in front of the camera, right? They're the
No,
talent.
they
Sure,
had whole they had like somewhere around
teams.
like 80 people
Yeah,
behind the scenes or whatever, doing scripts,
exactly.
taking care of the sets and all that other stuff, blah blah blah, gathering news, so on and
Yes,
so forth,
that's all.
kind of thing.
Exactly. Those are the people that I feel bad for because I'm always like, you, dude. It's not just the people talking. Sometimes when it's a big thing like that, there's a lot of people in the back that have homes, have stuff, and because we always think, and I'm not saying it's not bad for everybody, but we always think of the people that you see day to day, like the front talent. But it's always sad for the guys in the back that never get remembered, but do a lot of the hard, the heavy lifting, as if you would. So
Yep.
sorry to hear about
And
that.
I don't know if you ended up like watching any of the stuff or
I
whatever
watched it
since its
sometimes,
relaunch.
sometimes here and there.
But it's like for me, it's like I watched it when like the actual revival show. I watched the very first show that they did. When they brought it back
Yeah.
and everything, and then I watched I think maybe one or two times after that, and then I just like what it wasn't for me.
Hmm.
I watched G4 TV a lot growing up and everything. The whole
Yeah.
memeing Quaps reruns 24/7. Sack of the Show, X Play, Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, Kevin Pereira, Olivia. Was
Olivia
it
Munn.
Olivia Munn?
I think it was.
Olivia Munn
Yeah, yeah,
and everything. So it's like, and then Adam Sessler came back and Kevin Pereira was back. They had a whole host of new people
yeah. Hmm.
and everything. And I wish the best for them, but it's like after watching the show, I just realized, it just wasn't for me, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. It had changed. I remember watching it before, and then I remember watching it now. Not that it was bad, you know.
It just, wasn't my
Yeah.
style. So it's like, okay,
Yeah, I feel you there. I feel you there.
And maybe that's could be part of the reason why it only lasted years, because a lot of us that watched it growing up, whatever, it's just kind of like not a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have different tastes, or maybe it's just like we have different outlets
Mm-hmm.
to where we can get our news now, because like the internet is more prominent and more widespread kind of
Different
thing, so we
places.
don't need the TV shows to like sit there and give us like the meme videos and stuff like that kind of thing.
That's right, Kendall. Well, you can get your news. You can get the news the way you want it, right here.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, there's plenty of places now. I mean, there are podcasts dedicated to it. There's blogs dedicated to it. I mean, you can whole websites. I mean, Instagram pages, Facebook page, where you don't have to, sit there and watch. You can just read it real quick, get what you want out of it, and boom, you're gone.
Hmm.
Or you can just sit there and
Well,
listen to it two dudes with good voices and real sexy, like and enjoy.
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, I now were they owned by a big company G4 after this, or was this just like a small time they were coming back? Because that's the one thing I never knew. I didn't look into too much to figure out who the because they got bought out right before. Is that what it was? And that's why they got let go.
Let's see. G4 TV was owned by Comcast. Now,
Yeah.
for like like for even more like in-depth details about basically what's going on. Apparently, what was going on is like all the stuff that was on like Twitch and YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
That was just like a portion of the content. Apparently, there was a lot of content that they had behind a paywall at Comcast to try to get people
Oh,
to subscribe for cable.
I see. I see. So it was like it's for the G4 television channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but nowadays you can't be doing that. You got to build a fan.
No.
You got to build a fan base first. I mean, I could see what they were trying to say. G4 TV had a name.
Mm-hmm.
Let's capitalize on the name, right? But the thing is, G4 had a name. Maybe you should have tried to cultivate that fan base again with everything you had. Really get people coming back, and then eventually move to, hey, guess what? You can watch this content on G4 TV, on Comcast or whatever. We're gonna put special shows or something. You know what I mean? Like after you've gotten a lot of people running with it. I don't know. Oh, I feel bad for them, but damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
That is crazy.
So it was owned by Comcast. Apparently, they had some stuff on YouTube, some stuff on Twitch,
Hmm.
but a majority of the content was behind, a Comcast subscription, in which you could get like the rest of the content. I don't know if it was like through like actual television, or
Yeah.
if they had like recordings that you could watch online through Comcast
Mm.
or what.
Kind of like one of those
But
Peacock TV things or whatever they called them, like
mm-hmm.
streaming sites.
So
Oh well,
G4 TV, only 1 year later.
yeah. Rose like the phoenix and got hit with water and fell back down like the phoenix again, right?
Yep. Now we'll see if like maybe in 8 years again, and
they're,
year 2030 they come back.
they're like,
We'll see.
guess who's back, baby? G4. You're like, again?
Maybe it's like a 8 year cycle thing, because
Uh,
they originally shut down in 2014,
right.
the original G4 TV, and then they came back 2021 last year, and now they're shut down again.
Hmm. 2 years and 8 years.
So
G4. Well, as long as Comcast owns them, who knows, dude? They may be resurrected. Someone may have an idea of like, hey, dude, we should.
or maybe Comcast will sell it off to somebody who can like better manage it. Who knows?
Well, you know what? You always got to start small and then work big. You can't go big right away. I heard they spent a lot of money
So
on offices and a bunch of other crap.
yep. We'll see what happens in the future,
Yeah.
if anything happens in the future.
Oh, okay, Kendall. I never played these games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never played these games. I've seen these games. I've heard of these games. I know a lot of people got super excited for this. Kendall, were you one of those guys?
Now, see, I played the games.
Yes.
I know how the games go.
Yeah.
I know the story of the games.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the cultural significance, especially when it comes to horror,
Right.
because of these games. Although I wouldn't go back and play them again because I'm not really a big fan of the old classic horror game tanky
Wow,
controls.
wow. That's,
So I'm kind of hoping
so
that these new
are
remakes
are we done?
are going to be like a lot smoother because, like I said, I don't like that's not just for this game in particular. I would say that's also the same for Resident Evil
Kendall,
because I don't like the tanky controls.
you're so brave yet so controversial.
Like I don't I like I'm sorry, I don't like the tanky controls.
Yeah.
I need smooth, especially when it comes to shooting things. But for those who don't know what we're talking about, on October 19th,
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill is making a comeback. They had a whole live stream dedicated to a lot of announcements related to the Silent Hill universe. They're doing a lot of things. They're coming out with new movies, coming out with new games, new experiences, a lot of new merchandise for
I,
Silent Hill.
I have heard over the years from people who have always talked about, well, how come this game's being remade? This game's being remade. How come they don't remake Silent Hill? I like I said, I've never played them when I was younger, so I don't know what kind of game they are. I don't, I mean, I know they're a horror game, but I'm saying I don't know. I played the Resident Evil game, so I know what the draw for those games are, but I never really
Mm-hmm.
got to play Silent Hill. Now I don't know if it's because I didn't have the consoles for it. I couldn't tell you why I didn't play them. I just never really did. But I do know that it does have its following. It does have its people that want to play it, and they're always talking about how come we don't get our remake? How come Final Fantasy VII got its remake? How come Resident Evil gets all these remakes? How come XYZ gets a remake? Where's ours? Well, guess I can say now. Here it is for you guys. Plus
Yep.
stuff.
So Silent Hill
Mm-hmm.
2 is
Right.
getting which originally came out on the PS2.
Okay.
Let's see, hold on. I'm trying to 2001 came out 2001,
Okay.
21 years ago.
I would have been in high school around that
Silent
time.
Hill 2 was one of the most groundbreaking narrative psychological horror games
Mm-hmm.
ever released.
Okay.
And I know you may not have played the games itself, but you've seen tons of shit.
And other stuff.
People dressing up as Pyramid Head at
Yes.
conventions,
Right. To
and the nurses.
to this day, right?
People still do it.
Game came out in 2001. Has had no remix. Has had no stuff. People to this day that I can almost assure you were probably born around the time the game was released. Like I'm talking about born, not even like I could play this game. Either we're born right before that game or right to it because they're young and they're cosplaying as that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I mean, it does make me curious to play this remake. I will say I will be honest. So I probably will be playing it just for the fact that I kind of want to see what's going on with all this stuff.
all right, so let's go into a little bit of the details that they gave us during the live stream. Silent Hill 2 remake is going to be confirmed a remake. So they're going to be changing some stuff up, like how it plays,
Yeah.
hopefully smoothing it out with the controls. I don't know if they're going to be changing anything with the story or taking liberties with that,
Mhm.
but it is going to be a full-blown remake.
So ground up, redone. New graphics, all that jazz. New engine and
Yep,
stuff.
it's going to be made in the Unreal Engine.
Nice.
It's going to have PS5 console exclusivity for 12 months.
Okay. Oh, then this is most likely I can assume next gen console game. This is not going to
Yes.
be. We're not going to see this on the PS4. We're not going to see this on the
No.
whatever the Xbox was and all that jazz.
But it is also coming to PC, and after the 12 months, it'll probably come out to other consoles like the
Yeah.
Xbox Series X and S.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see on that. The creature design is being done by Masahiro Ito, who worked on the original series.
I bet you that has people fucking excited.
So not only that, but one of the original composers for the music, Akira Yamaoka, is also working on the
Ooh.
remake.
I can see
So
why
it's gonna
people
so the creature designer and the music
to get that
for
feel
the
back.
original game is going to be in the remake.
I can see why people are so excited. It's gonna get that feel back. It's gonna get that what people are expecting back.
Also, it is being developed by Bloober Team,
Mhm.
who is the horror studio who responsible for The Medium,
Mhm.
Blair Witch,
Mhm.
the Layers of Fear series,
Jesus.
and Observer System Redux. So if you've played any of those games, it's being developed by that same team.
Wow. Okay. That's some hype on it. That is some hype already.
So that's currently all the information that they gave for the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Hmm. Wait.
So we have the
I see this here over the shoulder camera for more immersion.
yep.
So what does that mean? Like it's like you're gonna see your character walking. Is that what the over the shoulder is?
Well, because did you ever play like the Resident Evil 2 and the Resident Evil 3 remakes that
Yeah.
came out?
I think Resident Evil 2 maybe.
So, because like you know how it's like it's not exactly first person, it's like
Yes.
third person closer, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like shooting over the shoulder. It's gonna be like that, which was not how the original Silent Hill games were. It
Oh.
was more like a kind of like slightly back, top down,
Uh-huh. That's what I
third
thought.
person view.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's gonna put you more in the look of it. All right. That's tight.
So, but now another thing that they announced was something called Silent Hill Townfall,
Okay.
which is being now there's less information on this, but it's being developed by No Code and Annapurna.
Mm-hmm.
It's currently in development. It's going to be respecting the source material while trying to do something different with it.
Okay.
What that means, we'll find out later. But it's also going to continue being a deep narrative psychological horror game.
All right. So I'm assuming this is probably like where they do like the Resident Evil games with the different characters and they go to different places. So like this would be like a the next game, the next version or whatever.
Could be.
Instead of
I mean, I don't know if it's
like
going to be like a side story, if it's going to be like a prequel series, if it's going to be a sequel series.
maybe a main story with new characters, change it up. Be like here you're Silent Hill 2, but now we're gonna have a new one.
Or maybe it could just be a reboot. It could be the first Silent Hill, but something completely different.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right. Hey, do it like a Final Fantasy remake. Change it up a little bit. Give it a little
So,
spice. Make it be its own extension.
all right. And then the next bit of news is Silent Hill 2 movie is in production.
Silent Hill 2 move like for the game.
Yes.
Oh
It's
shit.
a full-on movie.
Okay.
Now, it is being directed and produced by the original people who did the first Silent Hill film. So if you've ever seen the first Silent Hill film,
I don't think I
it's
did.
being produced and directed by the same people.
Okay.
Christoph Gans, who's the director of the original,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the director once again, and producer Victor Harida,
Mm-hmm.
who is also the head of Metropolitan Film Export, is going to be producing the film, and
Okay.
he's also produced the first Silent Hill film
Mm-hmm.
and other Resident Evil films.
They're good.
So,
Ish.
if you enjoyed any of those, going to be produced and directed
Hold up.
by the same as the
You
original.
got here though. He co-produced with Constantine,
Mm-hmm.
or like they like produced Constantine the movie, or are you talking about something else? 'Cause I was gonna say I do like that Constantine movie, but I don't know. I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
I believe he co-produced Constantine.
All right, then I'm in. Let's go. I do like Constantine. So Silent Hill 2 movies in production, and filming and cast are still in the works. I wonder if they're gonna go with big names for this movie, since they're still in the works of getting people.
Who knows? I mean, the future is wide open when it comes to this because, like, it's still in production.
Yeah.
They're probably only doing like small filming things, like nothing big with characters, big scenes like that. Because obviously they're still trying to cast. Who they're trying to cast, they don't know, or we don't know. They haven't said anything, so we don't know if they're going for big names or if they're trying to find new upcoming talents to try to give them their big break,
Yeah.
or what's going on.
Tight.
And then a whole slew of Silent Hill 2 merchandise
Wow.
is going to be coming out,
Yes, sir.
including like 4 different 1/6 scale PVC statues that are valued at 42,000 Japanese yen
That's like
or $280 in USD converted.
right, right,
Although that's going to be determined later on
right.
because at the moment we only know the
Mm-hmm.
yen price.
Sure.
Supposed to be releasing sometime May 2023, but you could get yourself a red pyramid thing,
Mm-hmm.
or most people call Pyramid Head, PVC statue
Mm-hmm.
at 1/6 scale
That's a.
from headlong,
Mm-hmm.
and that's coming out May 2023 in Japan. Other areas to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
You could also get a statue of the main character, James Sunderland,
Mm-hmm.
going to be released in 2023 in Japan. Everywhere else to be determined.
Wow. You got the Maria 1/6 scale also released in 2023. And the Inuen Coin Bank, the secret ending of Silent Hill 2. That's 1/6 also 2023. And then, ooh, a Silent Hill limited edition board collection. Includes 4 different styles of the legendary characters from each of the games, 1 through 4, hand numbered edition deck, wall mounted hooks, and certified a certificate of authenticity in a custom box. So what are we looking at? Is it like an actual board game that we can get?
No, not a board game like skateboard decks.
Oh, damn.
You
Okay.
know, like you
You
know how
okay,
people get
I
like
see what you're saying.
skateboard decks and
Yeah.
everything.
You know what? I have noticed them. They look cool. Very art, art style. I mean, like a good art piece is what I guess what I'm saying. And for those guys that are skateboarders, I mean, it's always doubles as a cool thing to skateboard on. I don't know if they're numbered. I don't know if you'd really want them, but that's tight. I didn't know that that's what they were gonna do. It's always
Yeah,
they always look kind of cool when
if
you
you
put them on your
want,
walls.
I can drop you a quick image
Yeah.
kind of thing, or if you just want to go look through the official Konami shop yourself,
Yeah.
so you can see better pictures. There's that, but yeah, you got 4 different types.
All right. All
You
right.
got the head of Eileen, you
Mm-hmm.
got Robbie the Rabbit, you got Red Pyramid Head, and the Incubus.
Yo, that's sick. That is sick. And then it looks like,
And
damn, it looks like the official Konami shop has a bunch of stuff too.
yep, a lot of more stuff than they announced in the actual stream itself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a Silent Hill fan and you still haven't
It is.
gone to check out the official Konami shop,
You should.
get on that because I don't know exactly how long or how many of these things they're going to be making, but they have a slew of plushies. They've got artwork. They've got hoodies. They've got T-shirts. They've got mugs.
Pins.
They've got pins. You know, the skateboard decks,
Yeah.
keychains, throw blankets, hats.
Whew.
I mean, they have everything. They even got throw pillows.
Good time to
You,
be
you can
a
get
Silent Hill
pillows.
fan. Good time to be alive to be a Silent Hill fan right now. You guys are finally getting your stuff.
Yep, but on top of that, some of the stuff that they showed off is some pin collections,
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill trucker hat, some signs, Toluca Lake trucker hat, What a Nightmare T-shirt, and a Mirror the Dog plush.
Whoa. Damn, dude, that is a lot of stuff. It looks like they even have God Smiles coming out with stuff for them.
Mm-hmm.
Pop Up Parade, Bubblehead Nurse. Uh, you know, man, the list goes on and on for this stuff. It's great for a fan right now. Finally get your place hooked up.
Yep. So you got Good Smile coming out with some stuff. You got Crazy Rock, who's doing also another 1/6 scale pyramid head with Bubblehead Nurse, which is
Damn!
supposed to be fully articulated so you can pose it.
Wow, that's tight.
Gecko,
Mm-hmm.
GECCO, will also be recreating the rebooted Silent Hill 2 creatures as highly detailed statues. More information to come with that later as
Yeah.
it gets announced. Also, there is. Did you remember, like, way back, like, I want to say it was like 10 or so years ago, there was that sci-fi show that also had a game tied to it that was basically what you did in the game affected the show
Oh,
type thing. Never heard of that?
I don't remember that. I do not remember that.
Well, apparently, GenVid is trying to create that kind of experience with Silent Hill,
So,
titled Silent Hill Ascension.
uh-huh.
It's being made as a cooperative effort between GenVid,
Mm-hmm.
Bad Robot Games, Behavior, and DJ2 Entertainment.
Okay.
It's going to be a live, real-time interactive series
Mm-hmm.
where you can change the outcomes, be parts of scenes, and decisions mean life or death in the story, and there's no reset button.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to shape the entire Silent Hill canon. So it's supposed to be like official type stuff that players can help create and shape the story to how they want it to be.
Listen, that sounds like a bad idea if you're gonna shape the canon with a bunch of fucking randos hitting whatever buttons they want and stuff. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, that could be a possibility. And supposedly,
Uh-huh.
J.J. Abrams is going to be the director of it.
I mean, look, I like J.J. Abrams, so I mean, I'm down for it. Let's see what happens.
So, but yep, if you want more information, it's supposed to be going live sometime 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out more information at ascension.com.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I hope you guys are really gonna thoroughly enjoy what's going down for you guys right now on the um, Silent Hill side of things for all you big fans. You know.
Yep.
Well, kind of looks like we're on the last bit of news today. Looks like
Yep.
we rounded around the corner, and this seems to be a little interesting.
Last bit of news that I wanted to save until the very end because it's going to be coming out. This event is going to be happening this week. And since we covered the NVIDIA side of things,
Right.
it's only fair that we cover the AMD side of
We are
things that is to come.
we are equitable people, and we bring you fair and just stuff. And you are correct. So, Kendall, what are we looking at right here?
All right, so coming up now, you remember when NVIDIA had their little shindig,
Mm-hmm.
with the whole release, sometime last month,
Yeah, the
back
4030
in
or 90s
September,
or
the,
whatever.
the 4000 series
Right.
cards being released and shown off and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's AMD's turn.
Yo, let's go.
AMD is going to be revealing RDNA 3
Mm-hmm.
November 3rd this week at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
streaming on their AMD YouTube channel, but more than likely, just like all these other events, more and more people are going to probably be covering it live, so
Yeah.
pick your favorite, streamer or news cover when it comes to that, so you can watch it live as it goes on. But one thing that stood out is in the blog post
Mm-hmm.
describing this event is AMD executives will be providing details on the new high-performance,
Mm-hmm.
energy-efficient AMD RDNA 3 architecture that will deliver new levels of performance, efficiency, and functionality to gamers and content creators.
Ooh. Ooh.
So,
Well, I hope it's high quality, nice price things. Because
I mean, because
they're gonna need that competition,
not,
right?
I mean that the amount of power that the 4090 needs, the
Yes.
800 watts.
Oh, have you heard that some 4090s are lighting on fire because of the
Yeah,
connector?
that's a whole plug thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily Nvidia's fault
No.
on that
That's not them. It's the plug.
because
It's the plug that they connect that bends stuff. But just saying, like this, if they come out with some hot fire right now, no pun intended, they might, you know, be able to make a little bit of waves right now. Especially with what's going on. Because hey,
hmm
no. What is it? No bad news is some bad news is good news sometimes.
I mean, people say that, but I think more in the olden days where news didn't spread quite as wide far as literally across the entire fucking world when it happens.
Well, no, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the bad news for Nvidia, okay, fires.
Could be good news for AMD.
If they come out and go, hey, look at us, we won't cause a fire in your house, and then everybody's gonna be like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll give them a shot.
Well, I mean, it's not even that. It's just like the crazy amount of power
Oh, I know.
requirements for a 4000 series card, especially with rising prices of literally everything, especially in Europe when it comes to electricity. Like the EU electricity prices are super crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Hey, wasn't Intel right now recently with the new the new chips getting a little better gaming than the AMD chips?
yep,
No.
the Intel Raptor Lake has been doing a lot better
Yeah.
than AMD.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot better. When it comes to games
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever,
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm just saying they're doing a little better. A little better.
so when it comes to games, Intel was doing better than AMD.
Yeah.
But when it came to like actual like creator workflows and stuff, like
AMD knocked them out of the fucking park.
high multi-core, high multi-threaded applications
Mm-hmm.
like Blender
Yeah.
and stuff like that, then AMD was winning.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like how it used to be in reverse. Like before, it used to be AMD was the one winning, and gaming, and
Mm-hmm.
Intel was doing better in the workloads. Now it's kind of reversed.
Yeah.
Intel's doing better in gaming, and AMD is now winning in workloads.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Intel, I believe, is also cheaper with their new series than
Yes.
AMD is.
Yes, it is.
So,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like hey, AMD needs to. I don't know.
but I mean, this is the whole beauty of like the whole competition. That I'm glad that AMD finally caught up to make Intel actually sit there and start going,
Yes.
oh,
We
hey,
need. Yeah.
we actually need to start doing something,
Yeah. That's what I'm
kind of
saying.
thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping something hits pretty good because like you said, competition is good for us because that makes everything better. And if
Exactly.
they can light another little fire on Nvidia, bring them down a little bit, maybe we'll start seeing a little better stuff. All around, all
Oh,
around.
I am rooting for AMD on RDNA 3 all the way when it comes to this because I really want to see, because like normally, like when we think about like efficiency with technology or
Yeah.
whatever, we think it being faster, better,
Yeah.
smaller, less power, or whatever. I mean, because look at our cell phones. I
Right.
mean, we have literally entire computers that fit in our pocket
Yep.
that we can use to browse the internet,
Yep.
watch videos,
Well,
send pictures all the way across the world, so on
Kendall,
and so forth.
Kendall, just think about it like this, dude. Samsung has a Samsung Dex where you can literally plug a monitor and then what, like a fucking Bluetooth mouse and a Bluetooth keyboard to it, and then you got your own little mini computer wherever you go.
Yeah, exactly. And then now, like when it comes to graphics cards, they haven't been getting smaller. They've only been getting bigger
True,
over the years.
true that. I mean,
And
they are
it's getting
big.
to the point where it's like if you see the RTX 4090, it's about the size of an Xbox Series X and all that other shit. Like when it comes to height
Yeah.
and everything, it is huge. It is massive, and you want to sit there and you want it to hang into a tiny little PCI Express slot and expect it to sit there.
I know you gotta buy those. What are those? What are those called? Those bracket holders or things like that, just to hold the card up so it doesn't mess up your motherboard.
So it doesn't like
Yeah.
rip out the PCI Express from your motherboard, so it doesn't like bend your case
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like it's getting ridiculous. Like we need to bring that size down.
Well, yeah. It's just like you said. Okay, we've gotten to the point where we can put terabytes onto small like micro SD stuff, like tiny things, NVMe's. We went tiny there, less power, right? Like better stuff. Yet over here, we're just because it's okay. It is easy to make a lot of power, and we all know this. The more energy you throw at it, and the bigger the size you make it, because then you can stuff it with shit, right? It's just like it's like a car engine, You can get a lot of horsepower out of a car engine when it's big. It's got a lot of displacement. You can you name it. You throw more shit at it, whatever. It'd probably be harder to get power out of like I don't know, 3-cylinder engine or something like that. 2-cylinder engine,
Mm-hmm.
because then you have to be very efficient. That's the key. Very efficient on what you do to get that same amount of power.
And that's what I'm kind of hoping that AMD is talking about when they're talking about
The
new
efficiency,
levels of performance, efficiency, and functionality.
because it's true. We should be able to. If anything, I'm surprised graphic cards haven't gotten smaller and more efficient and less power hungry.
See, and then the funny thing is like a lot of like I don't know if you've ever taken apart a graphics card, which I'm
Uh,
going to
uh,
guess not because you're not like more along the hardcore tech side of things.
hell no. I
But it's
built I built a computer for the first time a couple years ago. So no,
but yeah, for those who don't know,
I did take apart a
like
TV though and fix it. So I mean, I guess that's
like graphics cards themselves technically aren't all that big. Like a majority of it is just the cooling solution to keep it, you know, not catch fire or
right,
overheat and stuff
right,
like
right,
that. A
right, right.
majority of it is just the cooling.
Okay,
And that goes even more so with the 4090 series or whatever. Like, because if you see those cards, those fucking coolers are massive. They're huge.
here's my thing, Kendall. How come they don't sell them already water cooled? Like
I
some.
mean, they actually started doing that. For example, MSI, if you look up their Supreme 4090 card,
Mm-hmm.
is an AIO cooler
Yes.
hooked up to a 4090.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, right? If you can get if you can do that for, because I have my CPU water cooled, right? Got a
Mm-hmm.
got a got an AIO, the all-in-one, real easy. Just pop it on, boom, boom. For a guy like me who's not, I'm not gonna bend tubing and do all that stuff. At least not on this one. Maybe the next one. Maybe we can make it like a little series. Uh, but for me to do that, I was able to do that and water cool my rig. Why can't we do that for graphics cards?
Well, good news is we actually can, and some creators have done it. But remember the last time we were talking about how when EVGA was leaving NVIDIA and some of the
Yeah, yeah,
reasons
yeah.
why because they were putting too many restrictions. Maybe the reason why we haven't seen as many is because of all the them putting restrictions
Uh,
on like how they want their cards to sit there and
how do they want them to look pretty? Here's the thing. Yeah, yeah, how big can you get? Let's bring in some efficiency here. You know what a company's got to do? Make an all-in-one cooler that plugs to your CPU and your graphics card. Bam, 2-in-1, baby.
yeah.
And sell it like a combo or something. I don't know. You might be right, Kendall. You might be right. That's where these issues are coming from, where they're stemming from them not allowing them to do certain things.
I mean, that's why we lost the dual GPU cards
I
and
remember
so on
that.
and so forth.
Those were cool. I remember hearing everybody that having dual graphics cards
And
and
then NVIDIA,
SLI.
dropped the whole. God, I don't even remember SLI. That's what it was.
Yeah, when everything was an SLI.
Stop supporting SLI. So you can run multiple cards in your system, kind of thing. But it's like nowadays, it's like why would you want to sit there and run two 4090s
Jesus Christ.
when it takes
No,
so much
you know
power
what?
just
You
to
know
run
what?
one?
You know what? There'd be somebody who's crazy enough, Kendall. There's people. I'm not saying for the every man, but there's somebody out there who's like, yeah, I would love to do that. I got a generator just for my PC.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure someone's probably already benchmarked it with two 4090s.
That's fucking crazy. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, what are you I directly hooked up to your house's power at the breaker
Like,
right
yeah,
there.
why use the outlet? You can just break into the.
Yeah, you're right hooked up to your breaker box, just right into the tap into the main power coming in. It's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, oh, you got solar panels on your roof? Is to the Tesla wall? Uh huh. Is that for your house? Nope, that's just for my PC. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and just as a quick look, I'm looking through the 3D Mark
And they got it.
3D Mark like GPUs. I haven't seen any 4090 SLIs yet, but I do see a lot of 3090 and 3090 Ti SLIs,
Whoa, whoa, Kendall. Hey,
including the number one spot,
yeah.
which is a 3090 Ti times two
Hmm.
in SLI. Granted, this is times by extreme
Oh,
benchmark of 3D Mark.
liquid nitrogen cooled or what?
I mean, it doesn't exactly say. It just shows a score, what GPU's in it, and what CPU's in it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't give out much more information than that. So, but yeah,
Crazy.
people are still doing it. Just as kind of like benchmarking cloud. Like, I don't know how many people actually sit there and run this stuff for like video games
Yeah, yeah,
and everything. I doubt not very many.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see people running two 4090s at some point, somehow, some way.
That's crazy. That is. I mean, and it's. Yeah, it can happen. That's nuts.
Right?
Oh well. Well, with that, Kendall, do you have anything else? Any other news? Anything else we got to drop right now?
Nope, I do believe that covers everything.
Well,
We covered several weeks of
oh
stuff.
yeah, oh yeah. We'll be back next week because of the AMD news. So you should come and look forward to that. Kendall, I need you. Drop your stuff. Let them know where they can find you. Let the masses know where they can get more of you.
All right, well, if you want, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Esper56. And if you want to follow me over on Twitch at Esper6476. Uh, Working on getting stuff ready for possibly streaming again. I got a list of
Yeah.
games that I'm going through and making a list of that I want to sit here and play. Some RPGs, some action games. If you want certain things, go ahead and hit us up on the Instagram for Distant Chipz. Which, Fred, go ahead and plug us in for there.
Oh yeah, you can find us at Los Muchachos Media on the Instagram. That's where we got all of it because eventually we're gonna expand. For now, we got Distant Chips. Hit us up there. Hit us up on our Gmail for we're gonna have Los Muchachos on Los Muchachos Inc. or something like that on Gmail. But we got everything down. You can find us there. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, whatever podcast, Google Podcast. You find us in your podcast site. You can find us. Look us up. Look us up as Distant Chips there, and you'll find us there. Like Kendall said, follow him on his Instagram. My Instagram is Freddy Flash. We'll have everything there. You can find us. And with that, I'm happy to say we got another one down in the books, Kendall. I've been Fred.
And I'm Kendall.
And we will see you guys next week with that AMD news. So till then, laters, everybody.
Later.